Yeah, it depends how you look at it, and I guess mathematically we were still alive, but you know, if your goals are strictly just to end up at the top, I mean, there's only one team from each side that's going to be in that situation. We work like hell to get there. You know, it's our goal. It's every year it's been a goal, and you know, so that's the way it is. But the other part of the equation is if you experience disappointment, which happens a lot in competition, you got to keep pushing forward, and you know, you readjust your goals a little bit. But the goal is still to do our best every week and try to win on Saturday. So I try to keep it as simple as that. You know, what's the best we could do? And the best we could do is be 6-3 in the conference, be 3-1 in November, and it looked like a high hill to climb. You know, back at the start of the month after that game, but really credit our guys. They've you know, hung in there, worked hard, stayed together. That's probably the most important thing. And you know, I think we had a plan, a mindset going into it. We never altered it. And in terms of how we're going to practice, how we're going to work, we'd like to handle November a certain way. And you know, that's been explained to everybody. So everybody just stayed together and just kept pushing forward. And you know, you hope maybe something good will come out of it. There's no guarantees.
Sorry. What were you thinking when Nate limps into the tent? You don't know if he's going to come back.
I said on the radio, I remember when I was a guy in front of me, and when I was a sophomore in Connecticut, we were playing Rutgers. You know, the guy in front of me got hurt, and there was a hill those days back on the left of our bench. It's my position coach, Red Kellen, told me, he says, as long as the ball's up on the hill, I'm fine with you being in there. It's down here on the field, I'm a little bit nervous. So I guess that's a flashback. I probably felt like Coach Kellen a little bit. Mm-hmm. But he would have done a great job. You know, he was done prepared. He knew what we're doing. He was into the game plan. And, you know, I'm glad Nate was able to come back. You know, I think it's a real testament. I said all along he's got great mental and physical toughness. But, you know, if Spencer was in there, we'd have total confidence in him, and we would have kept playing.
Tyler Goodson, he didn't come back. What's his status?
He's fine. He's fine. The worst injury, I think, was Milani. He sprained his ankle pretty good in the celebration. At least I saw him come in with like Amos McCoy. Was that Gunsmoke or whatever show it was? You know, the peg leg coming in there. But hopefully he's got some time to recover now.
Has AJ found an extra gear this last 4, 5, 6 weeks? It's just he's obviously.
You know, I credit that to experience. You know, I say it all the time. Good players, as they gain more experience, just you know, they play faster, play harder, and play more efficiently. So to me, that was it's been part of the learning curve. I know everybody wanted to make him an All-American back in the off season, which you know I'm all for that. Except you know, he's got some steps to take. So I don't know if he is or isn't, but you know, we wouldn't want to trade him. That's for sure. What a good player. But it goes back to, I think, what it's all about is, you know, he's a really good player. A lot of nice things being said about him on the outside. But he shows up and works every day. And same story with Keith Duncan, same story about Stanley. Go right down the list. All those guys have just, you know, kept their focus where it needs to be and just kept pushing.
This game itself is almost symbolic of your last month or so, where you had so many different adverse situations. Even on the last drive, you get, you know, a targeting penalty rescinded, you get a pass that was rescinded, yet you kept fighting through it. Where does that come from?
Well, I mean, it's football. There's a lot of ebb and flow in the game. The game's designed to be tough. It's tough on you physically. It's tougher on you mentally, probably. So, you know, if you're doing things right, you just got to learn to push through the good and the bad. Sometimes the good can be more distracting, and you know, just try to keep your eyes where they need to be. You know, right down the middle of the road, and do what you got to do. So, but it takes the right kind of players. You know, we've got guys that are just high character guys. They work hard. They're able to, you know, sustain something like we did a month ago. You know, go through a tough loss like that and show back up on Monday with their eyes straight ahead. So, you know, a lot of things have to happen for this to end up in this spot where we're at right now. But I'm just really proud of the way the guys stayed focused and stayed together.